Good evening, El Paso. This is Delirious Montañez, DMB, talking to you from El Paso. And today we are, so I supposed to have a 5:30 Zoom meeting today with an organization. And let me tell you something, folks. If you have an organization and you're going to do live meetings on Zoom or any other platform, make sure that one, you start on time, or two, at least you have the screen on so people see that you're actually on the screen, okay? And that you're actually starting the live video. So as you guys know, I returned from DC at the end of June, and then I was sick for an entire week with the so-called stomach virus, that parasite that's going around. So I've been trying to catch up with a lot of things that I have behind. The Federal Ethics Commission report was due today, which I filed it. And believe it or not, some of the candidates still are not following the bylaws and the FEC laws, the state laws and federal laws. There's nothing I can do but expose them on social media and advise the constituents, if that's the individual that you want to vote for coming November 3rd, 2026 on the general elections, we are going to have a worse candidate that we have, or elected official that we have right now. So one of the reasons, because I decided to start doing this podcast, is to educate our community on issues that are happening in our borderland that affects all of us, including myself, because I am a constituent. The episode's supposed to be 1 hour, but we can finish before, meaning 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So do not hold me to the hour. The reason because I decided to name the episodes as DMB Voices of the Borderland is because we voice our vote at the voting center whenever we go to the voting booth. But during the year, the election year or off year, we have to be engaged with our community in education so we can organize, we can mobilize, and we can get out to vote. I will never tell anyone who to vote for. I will tell you who the candidates are. I will tell you their strengths and weaknesses, things that I know for a fact they have done or they have failed to do. But it is up to you, the voter, to show up to the voting booth and vote consciously and vote decisively, okay? So this episode supposed to be yesterday at 6 o'clock. And I was planning to go to the League of Women Voters of El Paso because they were going to have our elected official, Cristina Sanchez, which works for the El Paso County Attorney's Office. But I had a meeting with my Lions Club that I haven't attended for a very long time, and I decided to attend the Lions meeting, and then I reached out to the League of Women Voters of El Paso to see if they recorded it, which I am sure they did, and if I can get a copy of it so then we can discuss the meeting that they had yesterday. As of today, Wednesday, July the 15th at 6:06 p.m., I still have not received the recording. I will wait a couple of more days. If not, I will reach out to the organization as well. And the reason because I decided to do that is because I am a member. I am a paid member of the League of Women Voters of El Paso. So I was not able to attend the meeting. And as a member, I can request a live video so I can review what was discussed on the meeting so I can educate the community. Okay, so I wanted to share something with you and let me see. I am not IT savvy, okay? I am learning as I go and I make mistakes like everyone else, but I wanted to share this video with you if I can actually get it on my screen. So let me try this. No, it didn't work. Let me try something else. Now, let's see. For some reason, I cannot share my screen, and I wanted to share a video with you that I actually did last week. But for some reason, I cannot share it with you. But if you go to my Facebook, you should be able to see it. And it's the video in where I talk about the duties and responsibilities of the El Paso County Attorney's Office. Okay. Let me try something else real quick before I decide to give up. Oh, I think I have it. So this is the video that I want to show you real quick. Some of you have seen it, but if you have not seen it, this is the icebreaker for the episode of today. Okay, so I was able to get it up. So you were able to see the icebreaker video before this episode. And like I said before, my intent was to attend the League of Women Voters last night. I was not able to. As a member, I requested a recording so we can discuss it on the next episode. So I did a video today, which is a nice breaker for the episode number 3, which is election integrity, in where we're going to discuss on July the 20th. We're supposed to discuss on July the 21st, but because I have not gotten the recording for the topic that we were going to talk about today, I am going to show you the video from the elections integrity, and then we will discuss that. Okay, so let me get it real quick. Because it is not this one. It is this one right here. So again, just be patient with me because I am not IT, and to try to keep the funds low on our outreach efforts, I am trying to learn on my own so then I can be proficient and I get better at this. Okay, so here's the video. So I am not sure if it play or not. Let's try this. Okay, I think now we have it. Okay, so I was able to share it. So you see, next time that I have to share a video, I will get better because I have already done that. So it should be a piece of cake, right? So yesterday, I spent my entire day sitting on this chair working on an appellant's brief in regards to election integrity. I reached out to several national organizations. I got a few resources and tools to be able to draft that appellant's brief. It came out to almost like 49, 50 pages, but there is a way that I can get away with the 49, 50 pages because of the word count. It's actually on the regulation, and I was able to do so. So I submitted that yesterday. Now the county has 30 days, I believe, to do a response or do a reply, and then I do a response after 15 days later. So we continue, we continue fighting for election integrity. I can show you a huge amount of documents that I have gotten through um, the personal, the FOIA, but at the local level is like PRF, and it's amazing. It's amazing what the county does for constituents and victims. Under this administration, they redact documents, they violate state laws, not providing information that you are a constituent are required to get. That's why we have the three different branches of the government, so we can have checks and balances, and we are able to find some relief and find some justice. And believe it or not, we have elected officials and we have government employees at every single level, at the local level, state level, federal level, that continue to obstruct justice and continue to violate our civil rights. There's a lot of controversy. People say, if I'm Republican, Democrat, Independent, listen, I am a conservative advocate. Okay. It just happens that I fight for civil rights because I have been a victim of it. And I do not want anyone in my district, anyone in our nation, anyone in the entire United States to go through what this government has put me through. Okay. We had to fight to be able to get documents that the local Republican Party did not want to provide to us. We had to fight to be able to get an inspection of every single ballot for the 2026 primary election. And we're going to start doing that the 27th. We have a couple of volunteers. I needed volunteers that, were more conservatives than Republicans and Democrats to be able to accomplish the outcome that I want to accomplish during those 2 weeks. So I requested 10 days. And then if I need an extension by law, I can request it in writing, and the county should be able to fulfill it. That is what is on the state elections code, right? I am not an attorney. I am not a lawyer. I just love doing research. I love fighting for civil rights. I love fighting for my neighbor because I am retired and I have the time. There's a lot of people that continue to work, that their civil rights continue to be violated, and they have no time, they don't have no knowledge, they have no tools and resources to be able to do what I do. The state of Texas Secretary of State Jane Nelson, she resigned before the general election as of July the 1st. She was appointed by Governor Abbott. I do not believe that that position should be an appointee. I think that that position should be an elected official, and the constituents should be able to decide who to put in that position. But that is just my opinion. She was sued on the professional level and at her personal level because I drove all the way with my mom in 2024 to take my paperwork, because even though I sent it in the mail, they did not process it. That is a violation to civil rights on a candidate. Not the El Paso County, not the Texas GOP or the local GOP or the local Democratic Party or even the state of Texas can do that. Once a candidate files for her candidacy and asks to be placed on the ballot and either pay the fee or submit the required signatures, that individual must be on the ballot. Writing candidates' forms need to be provided to every single voting center, meaning if there's 120 voting centers, those writing candidates' forms need to be provided to the poll workers so they can post them. There were several complaints from constituents in regards to my name, one, not being on that list, two, it was erased with corrector, three, poll workers did not post it beside the machines at the voting centers. That is a violation to the code. Secretary of State Jane Nelson had all the information to go back to El Paso County Elections Department and do what she's supposed to, and she didn't. The case went to the Texas Attorney General Paxton, which is running for Senate. So if he really wants to get a shot at being elected as a senator, which in my opinion, he doesn't have any chance, he needs to fulfill his duties and responsibilities. And these elected officials refuse to do so. I just don't understand. They continue to defend individuals that have violated civil rights over and over and over again since 2022. The judicial system is the last process that we have to be able to hold our government accountable. And our judicial system is failing us. If Governor Abbott doesn't know, if our Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick doesn't know, our Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton does know, because I have alerted him many times via email, via phone, via certified mail. So it's not that these people are not aware of the civil violations, is that it's crazy. It's crazy what these elected officials and the employees under them do to convince a judge to dismiss a case. And then, by the way, whenever they dismiss a case, you had to take it to the Fifth Circuit. At the Fifth Circuit, you had to pay almost $800, $700, around that amount, to be able for the judge to hear the case de novo. But then the El Paso County and the state of Texas have already contacted them on the phone for them to dismiss the case. Isn't that crazy? You know, after I have worked for the government for so many years, 29 years in the armed forces and 26 years in law enforcement at every single level, okay? Local, meaning city, county, federal. The only one that I have not worked was the state, but I have a lot of friends that work at the state level. If I didn't live this, I would have never believed it. Anybody that would have told me this, I would have said, you're crazy. Our government follows the law. No, they don't. No, they don't. Our El Paso attorney's office even tried and attempted to provide legal guidance to a vendor that tampered and manipulated the electronic voting machines, not just in 2026, but in 2024 and 2022. At the minimum, and I'm almost positive that the El Paso County has been doing that since 2018, because that's whenever that vendor became a contractor for the county. I hate to bring bad news to you. I hate to be negative, but, I have no other choice than be bold and courageous and say things exactly how they are, because that's the only way that our constituents are going to get educated, and it's going to get through their skull that our government is not working for us. They're not. They're working against us. So whenever we go to the ballot booth, we need to be educated on all these elected officials to be able to elect officials that are going to be able to work for us, the constituents. One of the reasons because I decided to share the Zoom link on our episodes is because people can be live, they can ask questions, I can answer them live. If I don't have the answer, I will research it and provide the answer at a later time. But before I continue talking about election integrity, right? Because I cannot go into the meeting that they had last night because I was not present. So I don't know what they say. But I wanted to show you something that I oh my Lord, I just have to laugh. I have to laugh so I don't cry, So today is the deadline for candidates to file FEC reports, right? Like I have stated before. So I go into the FEC and I get this. I'm going to show it to you because if I don't show it to you, you will not believe me either. So check this out. So this individual is our candidate for the Republican Party, right? It is alleged that even though he made the nomination to be the Republican candidate. He does not attend the Republican meetings. How do you want to get elected if you do not show up to the meetings? And then there are zero reports before the primaries, before the runoff, after the runoff. And the only report that this individual has filed has been a Form 99 in where he states that he has not reached out to the 5,000 reporting threshold. You know, I have seen banners, I have seen flyers, I have seen vehicles in El Paso going around. I have seen yard signs that have not followed the FEC guidelines. You know, and this individual continued to say that he has not reached out to $5,000. Let me tell you something. I have been running for elected office since 2022, and I had to learn on my own. I have tried to do my best to educate the candidates that were running in the Republican Party, even though they were my opponents. So they were in compliance with the FEC, they were in compliance with federal law, and they were in compliance with the state laws and the local Republican bylaws. None of them follow my guidance. All of them were in violation to it. And even after becoming a nominee, this individual continues to do so. You know, I pray to God that our constituents educate themselves on this candidate. Number one, he is not a board tacker, okay? He never attended the board tack training. He was a Border Patrol agent, and he was in the SRT team, and he was grandfathered in as a board tacker because the patrol agent in charge wanted to get his boys on benefits. Okay? So, as a former Border Patrol agent, I take it very seriously whenever you go to our constituents and you mislead them, telling them something that you're not. Okay? I went through the mentoring for Board Star. I did the tryouts for SRT. I never claimed to be any of the two because that would have been misleading to the community. You know, at the federal level, whenever you reach or surpass $5,000, you have to file with the U.S. House of Representatives. This individual hasn't done that either. Regardless if the money came from the local GOP, oh yeah, because by the way, there's $22,000 that are still missing from the local GOP. There's an investigation going on because that money needs to show up somehow. Did the GOP use that money for their candidates instead of reporting them on the FEC? I don't know. I don't have that information, but the FBI does. Texas Attorney General Paxton does. It's just bizarre. You know, I do not agree with our congresswomen in a lot of things, okay? In a lot of things. Back in 22, before I decided to run for office, I actually sent her my resume, or actually her staff. I sent them my resume and I said, there's a lot of things that I do not agree, but if I have to work in your office to help our constituents, I am willing to do so. Why? Because I am a former law enforcement officer and I am a former armed force member. They cannot take my credentials away. Nobody can. It is what it is. For us to be able to get a candidate that is better than our congresswomen, that candidate needs to follow the laws to the teeth. If not, they're not going to make it. And it doesn't matter if those funds came from a PAC, a super PAC, the local GOP, the state GOP, the national GOP, members of Congress that belong to the Republican Party. Those funds need to be reported on the FEC report, period. Period. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I don't know in how many ways I have to say it. But maybe the people that listen to this recording can get to that individual and let them know that they need to do better. Because if not, one, I am going to undervote. Two, I am going to do everything that I can against that candidate in opposition to their candidacy. I have the platform. I have been running since 22. I am listened by independents, by libertarians, by Democrats, by Republicans, by Green Party, by atheists. The only people that listen to Republicans are loyal constituents that are loyal to their political party. And there's over 567,000 registered voters, only 45,000 registered Republicans, and the majority of them, they do not vote. This is a fact. Democrats can vote Republican, but I don't know of any Republican that have ever voted Democrat. I said that one more time. Democrats have switched to becoming conservatives. And because the Democrats say that conservatives fall in the Republican Party, consequently, they vote Republican. But to my knowledge, they have not been a Republican that have switched to Democrat. What they do is they avoid voting. So whenever that happens, a Republican candidate cannot win. It is impossible. The numbers are not there. Blas Hermosillo told the Republican Party many times. They didn't listen. So, our next episode will be July 21st. Hopefully by then, I get the recording from the League of Women Voters from last night with Cristina Sanchez, and we can discuss the issues that she spoke about at the meeting yesterday. Because again, I am a member of the League of Women Voters. I pay dues. So I am entitled to that recording. If you don't, it's a civil rights violation. And I'll continue to write and take notes. Because whenever the case goes to trial, I'm going to show this to the judge and I'm going to say, I have tried, I have begged, I have reached out, and I have asked them to fulfill their duties and responsibilities, and they have refused to over and over and over and over. What else can I do as a constituent? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Again, the episode's supposed to be 1 hour, but if I don't have any questions, I'm looking at my Facebook. I don't see any questions. I see a couple of people that are viewing. It's 6 o'clock. People are eating. People are getting out of work. People are on the road. I understand. Sometimes people cannot be live on the episodes, but as long as they replay it, they view it, they comment, they share it, that's all I care. My commitment is to show up every Tuesday, unless like yesterday, I had to reschedule for today, Wednesday. And then if you go to our group, you will have the episodes that we have chosen all the way until August. So you can stay abreast of what is happening in our community and what we're doing. I have not decided if I am going to create a committee to the DMB because it's really, really difficult to, I am a person as a whole. I cannot shift gears, from one video to the other because it is what it is. DMB are my initials. It's Delirious Montañas Various. So it's not a false acronym or initials. It is my name. And Voices of the Borderland is a nonpartisan approach. But there's a lot of things that we have to talk about that affect our community. And we cannot stay within that niche because then we're going to continue to elect elected officials at the statewide and federal level that are going to destroy our community. Remember, every single funding, appropriations are done at the congressional level. They trickle down to the state trickles them out to the county, and the county trickles them out to the cities and the municipalities. That's how it works. They're very selective funding that comes straight from the state of Texas. For example, the lottery. That's the one that comes to mind. But the majority of the things that we need in our community comes from members of Congress and the Appropriation Committee. Okay. I promised that I was not going to create a PAC or a super PAC, Independent Expenditures Committee, because I care less about having one of those. I do not want to. Not interested. I said I was not going to, and I am not going to go back on that. But I need to figure it out how we're going to continue with these episodes. Because I have a business and I have a nonprofit, and I'm trying to keep things separate, but sometimes it's just difficult. And by the way, the Zoom, I pay for it out of my pocket. The nonprofit doesn't pay it, and the campaign committee does not pay it. So, like I said before, I am a whole person. I cannot split myself. If somebody has any ideas of how can I do that, I am welcome for positive criticism. Other than that, I will continue doing what I know to do best. So it's 6:50 on Wednesday night. It's the middle of the week. So have a great Thursday, great Friday. Enjoy the weekend. I'll see you next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And hopefully I get the video by then so we can discuss it. Thank you for being here, and have a good dinner if you haven't eaten. I haven't eaten yet. So I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.